You don't feel dumb until you're around people. Alone, your thoughts are clear. You can explain things, connect ideas. But outside, you hesitate. You forget simple words. Your mind goes blank. And later, you replay everything, wondering what happened to you. It shows up in small moments. Someone asks you a simple question, and you pause a second too long. You start explaining something you understand, but it comes out messy. You think of the perfect response, only after the conversation is over. Over time, it changes how you see yourself. You stop speaking as much. You assume others are quicker, smarter. Your inner voice shifts from, "I just need time," to "something is wrong with me." And slowly, you start performing less like who you are and more like who you think you appear to be. But this pattern isn't random. It's psychological. You're not losing intelligence in social situations. You're losing access to it. There's a difference. What feels like becoming dumb is actually your brain switching modes from thinking to protecting. And protection always comes at a cost. Your brain has limited working memory. It's like a small mental workspace where thinking, speaking, and processing happen in real time. Now imagine this. When you're alone, that entire space is yours. You can think freely. No interruptions, no pressure. But around people, something else enters that space. Self-awareness. Thoughts like, how do I sound? Am I making sense? What if I'm wrong? This is called self-monitoring in psychology, and it competes for the same mental resources you need to think clearly, so your brain splits its attention. One part tries to think, the other watches and judges every thought. And when the workspace gets crowded, thinking slows down or stops. That's why your mind goes blank, not because you don't know, but because your brain is overloaded. So how do you work with this instead of fighting it? Focus on expressing, not performing. When you aim to sound intelligent, you activate self-monitoring. But when you aim to simply express, you reduce internal pressure. Your brain frees up space to think. Example, instead of perfect sentences, say it imperfectly and continue. Speed is not intelligence. Your brain processes deeply, not quickly. Forcing speed creates stress, and stress reduces cognitive flexibility. Example, pause. Say, "Give me a second." That small space restores clarity. Perfection blocks flow. Your brain organizes thoughts better during speech, not before it. This is called external processing. Example, start with, "I'm still thinking this through," and let the thought form as you speak. Thinking improves when attention leaves the self. When you focus on the other person, their words, tone, expression, self-monitoring decreases, and your thinking becomes more natural. Example, instead of "how do I sound?" ask, "what are they really trying to say?" When you're alone, it's quiet, spacious, clear. But around people, you start filling that room with noise, judgment, pressure, observation, and eventually, there's no space left to think. The goal isn't to become smarter, it's to make the room quiet again. So if you feel different around people, it doesn't mean you've lost something. It means something else is taking up space. And the moment you stop trying to control how you're seen, you slowly return to how you think. Not perfect, not fast, but real. And that's where your clarity has always been.